What's up, JAG fam? I'm your host, Martin Moreno. And you're watching JAG Newscast. Woo!
Welcome to episode 5 of our Leadership and Wellness series. We are so excited to be here this week. This week's episode focuses on something I know we've all been struggling with as the COVID-19 pandemic closes in on almost a whole year. Can you believe it? It's almost been a year of this. But today we're going to focus on time management and organizational skills. We're also thrilled for our first episode during the Black History Month.
Exactly. Thank you, Ms. Lipsy. This week's episode focuses on organizational and time management skills, which again is going to bring a lot of value to our students. And we have a great team of students and JAG alumni to bring you all a new episode. So let's get started with having back Colby Aguayo back to the stage to host our brain break.
To it. I will now introduce to you my second breathing exercise for you guys to try out. And this next one is called Pluto. Before we get started, make sure you put one of your legs up above the other knee that will be positioned. And when you're inhaling and exhaling in this exercise, make sure your arms and hands are open straight. Bend your elbows and fingers just a little bit. And also, remember to move your arms with your body whenever you're doing that. We'll be inhaling to the count of 5 and then exhaling to the count of 7. We'll be doing this 3 times. Carefully position yourself, please. And also, make sure you have something to hold on to, and that I strongly recommend you do. So put one of your fingers down and make sure it's held on to whatever you're holding on to. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Hello everyone, I'm Shania Harrison from Paradise Valley High School JAG. This week I'm finally on the student news desk and I couldn't wait to make it here so I can also help you guys and so you guys can help me. I've been learning this whole time, so now I'm ready to help you guys learn.
Good morning, JAG fam. My name is Angelica. I'm very excited to be here with you guys. I come from Paradise Valley High School, and I'm excited for what this year has in store. Continuing to be on news desk, learning all these different points about public speaking, and just furthering getting outside of my bubble, which is very important for the outside world, right?
Angelica and I are both very excited, as you can see. And first up, we'll be introducing the CDC theme competition winners.
All right, drum roll, please. The winner is Creating Connections, Building Bridges Together from Tempe High School. Congratulations, Tempe.
Introducing 2 previous JAG alumni from 2019 and 2018, Yaya Siqueiros and Andrea Santini. Both JAG alumni here to speak with us all and teach us about organization and time management skills.
We have here 2 of our guest speakers that have been lead alums in the past, and they're going to share organizational and time management skills with you all. So starting off with Yaya first.
Hi guys, my name is Yaya. I am currently an Arizona State University student. I'm studying tourism development and management. I graduated 2019 from Towson Union High School, and that same year I was actually in Leeds, just like some of you guys right now.
Yes. Andrea?
All right, my name is Andrea Santini. I am currently not in college or anything, but I did graduate from Towson Union High School in 2018, and I was a Leeds in 2017. Currently, I am still continuing my education through a nutrition program, and I am a personal trainer. So I'm doing that right now and honestly living my dreams. So, yeah.
What would you say is, your morning routine or your habits that, kind of ground you again with just such a busy schedule, that these are the ones that kind of set you up for the day? What would that be the morning routine that sets you up for the day? Would be the question.
Got you. So for me, it's a little bit more different just because sometimes I work at Dutch. So sometimes I work really early in the morning, really late at night, and the noon. So my schedule is all over the place. But some habits that I have grown to help me like still try to ground myself for my day is I definitely wake up and drink water. That like brain just, I've gotten in the habit of doing that. I wake up, I'm like, you know what, got my water right here, let me drink it. And it's such a great way to like immediately just like trick your brain into thinking like, all right, let's get up and go.
My morning routine is honestly a little bit more complex. And I think it's super important to get to know yourself, because for me, I like having a lot of things to do, and I definitely like waking up early. So number one, getting a good night's sleep. I like to sleep at least 7 hours. Number two, I wake up and do my bed right away, because if my bed is not done, my mind already thinks that I'm not ready, and I need that structure in my life. Number three, meditation. Meditation is absolutely huge for me. And honestly, when I first started doing meditation, it did kind of seem like a drag. I was like, it was more of like a chore rather than something that I enjoy doing. But the more that you do it, the more that the habit sticks. And, you know, I feel like I need to meditate in order to have that good structure set for my day. So I meditate at least 10 minutes in the morning, right in my bed, right after I do my bed. And then I'll do my agenda. So my agenda definitely takes about 10 or 15 minutes to fill out, just because my agenda, the way it's set up, it's a morning mindset. So it's 10 questions that it has you fill out, today's message to myself. And then it also you fill out today's top 3 goals and tasks that absolutely must be done. And if I don't fill that out, most things will not get done. I don't feel like my day is structured. I don't feel prepared. So yeah, I definitely think agenda is like the most important for me.
The next question would be, somebody wants to say, okay, I want to start managing my time better. What would you say is the most important thing they could do?
So going back to that agenda, the agenda is going to help you know exactly what you need to do, and it gives you no other option, because if you keep everything in your head, you're going to like forget something for sure. You'll forget something, and you're like, oh my gosh, I needed to do this, and then you didn't plan it out in your day, so now you don't have time for it later. So like writing it down, and it doesn't have to be an agenda. It could be like a sticky note or anything. Write it down. And then I know a lot of people use their phones and like reminders. Personally, it does not work for me, because as soon as that alarm goes off, I just want to turn it off. And sometimes I won't even look at what it is. So I always think writing it down is best.
Piggyback off of what Andrea was saying, it definitely like has to do like per person and like what their style is. So like Andrea's very like write it down and everything. I'm the complete opposite. I'm like, I'm gonna put it in my calendar, and I have everything like color coded, organized, like when I work, when I have plans, meetings, like any of that. So I think definitely like the first step is like what works for you and what doesn't. You know, like that's always going to be the first step into like time management, and just like it's going to be trial and error. You know, there might be a couple days you wake up a little bit late. There might be a couple days where you're like super early on time, and it's just trial and error, just getting to know like what you like to do. But that's personally like what I like doing is, you know, that's been like the first thing that I've ever done that really helped me like get myself together.
What should students, like, you know, what would you say high school students should start doing right now to help with their semester?
I would say the biggest thing for me was definitely just something more mental, and it took me a really long time to learn this, but there is a huge difference between motivation and discipline that a lot of people tend to get confused. And something that took me a really long time was to realize that I can be the most motivated person. I can wake up every day and say like, let's get it, let's do this. But none of that matters if you're not disciplined, because that discipline is going to come in on the days where you don't want to wake up, where you don't want to do your workout, or you don't want to do your homework. So that's something that took me a really long time. So I would like suggest like all of you like high schoolers out there, like please like start developing these habits now, because later, whether you go to college, whether you start a business like Andrea, like all of these things, you know, it's that discipline that's gonna like get you going and moving on ahead. So that'd be like my biggest advice, like just get that word in your head.
Yeah, do it for the discipline. And Andrea, I know that word is not foreign to you.
Oh no, so that I mean, with personal training, the reason why I like working out so much is because you can use it in all areas of your life. So I absolutely love that she pointed that out, because I can tell you about this calendar and all of these things, but there's honestly so many tools out there. We are, in the most advanced age right now. There's so many things that you can try. So yes, number one, get to know yourself. And then another thing that I really love to do, and I started doing this in high school, and this completely changed my life, honestly. I love listening to podcasts. And the reason why that is because you learn so much just through, I'll listen to it sometimes during my workout, sometimes when I cook, sometimes when I'm cleaning. I can do it anytime, and you're just listening to people give different types of advice. But listening to podcasts, you'll get a lot of great ideas. And if you actually put into use what you're getting taught, it will make the absolute biggest difference.
So again, thank you so much, Andrea and Yaya, for allowing us to interview you two and providing such great content for our students. So, muchas gracias.
Thank you so much for that, guys. It's so exciting to be a part of this, and I know Yaya and Andrea both had lots of advice that we can all use. Especially during this pandemic, having our classes online, it can be difficult at times to time manage all of our assignments and classes, as well as our out-of-school curriculars and activities, right? And so, in the spirit of time management, we want to keep this episode as concise and clean cut as possible. So I'm thrilled to introduce our next segment, Black History Month. We will be speaking with Miss Shia Pillars this week, and we'll have another segment next week.
My name is Shia Pillars, also known as Shy Pillars. I am the program coordinator for the award-winning Sierra Linda JAG.
Hello, I'm Johnny. And I'm from Phoenix, Arizona, and I'm part of the Sierra Linda High School JAG program.
Hi, I'm Brianna. I'm from Chicago, but I've been out here in Phoenix for, I think, 11 years now. And I'm a student of Sierra Linda's JAG program. The thing I'm most proud of for Black History was our determination. In the textbooks and in history classes, we only hear about the losses and maybe a few successes we've had with slave results or what we've done in our armies, but it isn't enough to really educate our students. It took a lot of self-research for me to find out what good we did. We've gone through so much, and that persistence, we feel like there's less hope. We feel that this pain is still going to continue, but we haven't given up. We have our ancestors, we have even the textbooks, we have our history that will always be there to remind us, hey, you made it past that milestone. When Black people were able to vote, when Black women were able to work. It's just every single thing, every single few years, we get higher up. And at some point, we're going to be equal again, because that's how we're going to work.
Person I really look up to, I know she's new to all this superstar stuff because she became the vice president, but I feel like I really look up to her now because she it's a Black woman in the White House as a vice president. Think about how far we had to come for a Black woman to be in the White House. So for me, that really has inspired me. It makes me feel like I can literally do anything. It makes me feel like I am a superhero.
What I value most about being Black is power, strength, history, resilience, and unity. We have such a rich culture and tradition, and we have protected it, we have studied it, we have learned from it, and we just continue to strive and continue to move on. We are able to overcome a variety of things, embrace change, because that's what our lives have always consisted of, is change. We have been able to deal with injustice and learn from it and become a better people for it.
With that, I think Shania and I are signing off for the week. I'm sure we'll be back again, though. Thank you so much for having us. It was definitely fun and a pleasure to be here with you guys.
Thank you guys so much for being here. I hope everything that we heard today, that you take it back and you apply it to your everyday life. Miss Lipsy have some closing remarks for us, and then we'll be on our way. Have a great week, and please time manage and be organized.
Can you believe, Martina, we're trying to get us out of here without doing the Wheel of Names? For shame, shame, shame. Let's get it going.
All right, it's time for the
Wheel of
Who's winning JAG swag? Juno from
Yay, Juno!
Yay,
you did it! Great job, guys. Thanks for participating.
It has been fabulous hanging out here today with Miss Hairston and Miss Angelica, who have done an amazing job. I am so proud, and so I know Miss Gorman, she is not going to let me live this down. I'm telling you, she's going to give me like 5 to 10 phone calls, text messages after she sees this episode, because she is going to be elated. Take care of yourself. Wear your mask. Goodbye until next time. Love, peace, and hair grease. See you later, JAG family.